Hello and welcome to Future Cookie. I want to explore something with you today that might change how you see your own career. Sit with this question for a moment. What if the job you have right now was already being replaced while you were sleeping? Not in 10 years, not in some distant future. Right now, today, in offices and factories and hospitals and newsrooms across the world, AI is making decisions. Those decisions used to require a human being. And the uncomfortable truth is this: most people have no idea which side of that line they are standing on. But here is what nobody is telling you. This story is not just about loss, it is about something far more important. By the end of this, you will know exactly where you stand. Let me tell you about Marcus. His story is one we all need to hear. Marcus was a paralegal at a mid-sized firm in Chicago. Smart, detail-oriented. 15 years of experience reading contracts and flagging risk. Then one Tuesday morning, his firm introduced an AI document review system. In 3 weeks, that system was processing in 1 hour what used to take Marcus 3 days. He was not fired immediately. His hours were cut, then cut again. Within a year, his role had quietly ceased to exist. What happened to Marcus is not an edge case. It is the pattern. And once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. So here is what the research actually shows. The McKinsey Global Institute estimates that up to 30% of current work tasks across the United States economy could be automated by the early 2030s. The World Economic Forum projects that 85 million roles may be displaced globally by machines and algorithms this decade. These are not fringe predictions. These are consensus-level findings from some of the most rigorous economic research institutions on the planet. And there are 5 specific job categories where that displacement is already accelerating: data entry and document processing, routine customer service and call center roles, basic accounting, bookkeeping, and tax preparation, entry-level content writing and translation, and repetitive quality inspection work in manufacturing. What do these 5 have in common? They are built around pattern recognition and rule following. And pattern recognition is exactly what modern AI does better than humans. Faster, cheaper, and without a lunch break. Now here is where most conversations stop. But this is where we are just getting started. If these stories are sparking something for you, I would love to have you subscribe. Every week, we go deeper into the technology that is quietly reshaping the world. Hit subscribe and I will see you next time. Because the same researchers studying displacement are finding something fascinating on the other side of the equation. 3 categories of work appear, at least for now, highly resistant to AI replacement. Not because they are more technical, but because of what they require at a human level. The first is deeply relational work. Therapists, social workers, hospice nurses, complex negotiators. AI can simulate empathy. It cannot generate the genuine human resonance that happens when one person truly sees another in a moment of pain or fear. That space remains human. It is where our value truly lies. The second is creative integration at the highest level, not content generation. AI is already doing that, but the work of synthesizing radically different domains, seeing connections no training data would predict, making intuitive leaps that reshape an entire industry. That kind of originality still lives in the human mind. The third is skilled physical improvisation. Plumbers solving problems in walls they have never seen before. In the world of electrical work, challenges often arise unexpectedly. Electricians must navigate situations that no blueprint could have predicted. They rely on their expertise and quick thinking to assess risks and implement solutions on the fly. Similarly, emergency responders face chaotic environments where split-second decisions can mean the difference between life and death. They must remain calm under pressure, prioritizing safety while executing their plans. Both professions showcase the importance of adaptability and critical thinking in high-stakes scenarios. In these moments, experience and training become invaluable assets, guiding them through the unknown. Robots are extraordinary in controlled settings. The messy, unpredictable physical world still belongs to humans. Here is what that means for you right now, in this very moment. The stakes are not just economic. They are about identity, purpose, and where you choose to place your energy in the next decade. If your work lives inside those 5 vulnerable categories, this is your signal. Not to panic, but to move, to upskill toward the relational, the creative, the improvisational. To ask yourself what part of your work requires something that cannot be compressed into a pattern. And if you are already in the resistant categories, the signal is to go deeper, to become more human, not more machine-like. Because the future is not going to reward people who compete with AI. It is going to reward people who do what AI fundamentally cannot. Marcus, by the way, he is back. He retrained in legal strategy consulting. He works with human clients on high-stakes decisions that require judgment, empathy, and trust. He earns more now than he did before. The disruption was real, and so was the path through it. The question is never whether change is coming. The question is, will you see it clearly enough, early enough, to choose your next move with intention rather than desperation? The research is clear. The pattern is visible. And now, so is the door. Today you learned that AI is not replacing all jobs equally. You learned that where you sit in that landscape is something you can actually choose. I would love to know what this brought up for you. What is one question you have about AI and your own career? Drop it in the comments below. This is the start of a real conversation, and I read every single one. Thank you for joining us today. This is Future Cookie.